You guys, we are back with a new episode of Worst Firsts, and I am here with Violet Benson, aka Daddy Issues, aka Violet Benson, also on Instagram. She's got 35 accounts. You can follow her cat, which is a really cute cat. Pancakes. Shout out to Pancakes Benson, the only cat that I like. She's a Scottish fold.
Yeah, she's so cute. Yeah. So
oh my God, now she's going to talk about her cat for like 3 hours.
My accounts are basically just fan accounts for Pancakes Benson. She's like the main star, I would say, and I'm just like a fan account.
Oh my God.
So yeah, she has an Instagram, Pancakes Benson. Then I have an Instagram, Violet Benson. That's my name. Then my main account is Daddy Issues _. It's awesome. And then I also have a podcast. But
yes, let's talk about your podcast. Is coming out in April. It might be out already by the time this is out. So tell us what the name of that is so people can check it out.
Well, if you shut the fuck up, I could say it.
Oh, bum, bum, bum. Guys, it's that scary Russian side she has to her.
Oh my God, I'm totally kidding.
I've put glass in my water. Go ahead. What's the name of it?
I'm sweet. Anyway, so the name of my podcast is Too Tired to Be Crazy, because these days I really am too tired to be crazy most of the time. I'm just like exhausted all the time. So like you know, if a guy wants to act up, at this point I'm literally like, fine, like go do your shit. Like I don't give a shit. Like I have to go to bed. Like I'm tired.
Whereas before you would find him and stab him.
I would like write 75,000 text messages, call him nonstop. It's like I don't care. You want to cheat on me? Go cheat on me. Like great. Meaning like obviously never talk to the guy again.
Right,
but like
right.
I just like when I was younger, I'd be like, no, like, let me fight for you. Now it's like, if you want to act up, like, peace out.
Yeah, you're like, I don't need that.
Yeah.
I can do better.
Yeah.
Good. So you've grown, like, in yourself, emotionally.
I've gotten tired, so, yeah.
You're like, I don't know if it's growing or just exhaustion.
I'm just tired, so I just don't care enough. So that's what's been happening. So, yeah, I'm so excited for Too Tired to Be Crazy. That's coming out, well, on April 11th. So it may be out by the time this airs. But it's on every Thursday. It's super awesome. It's about dating, relationships, and different type of advice. Every episode, it's a different topic.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for it.
I love that.
It's really awesome.
Speaking of dating right now, are you dating or do you have a boyfriend?
Honestly, this year, I haven't had a chance to date. I haven't, like, for me, it feels like it's still January, even though it's almost April. So it's because I've been so busy with, like, work and new things, like my podcast and getting back on YouTube and, like, buying a house. So, like, all that stuff has taken so much of my time that I haven't had a chance to date at all. Like, yeah, like, I still text with guys, and some guys, I think they're dating me, but I don't think I'm dating them. So, like...
They listen to this podcast, just kill themselves. They're like, I thought she was my girlfriend, but
so
I guess not.
I'm not dating anyone.
Okay, so but people are dating you.
I think
you're not dating them, but they're dating you.
I think maybe, yeah, but I'm not dating anyone.
Oh,
I'm single.
my
Like
God.
I don't even have a time for anyone. Well, whoever says they're dating me is just like he doesn't even live here and he's foreign, so he probably doesn't even know what dating means. He just says.
You like foreign guys.
I love foreign guys. I'm foreign, so like I love foreign guys because it's like I feel like culturally we understand each other.
Yes, because you're originally from
Russia. Yeah, so Russians, we can be very cold.
Right.
And
oh, trust me, I know. I've been
know.
friends with you for quite a few years.
So, yeah, we can be, I don't know. So it's just the upbringing is so different, the way your parents are and everything like that. So I feel like I tend to, we have a different, I feel like immigrants have a very different mentality. So from the way our families raised us to even our work ethic. So a lot of times I do like dating guys who weren't born in the U.S. because I feel like I could relate to them. Like they can kind of understand why I am the way I am.
That you would just relate to them better just because you guys are kind of the same.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah, so.
It's hard for dating in L.A. then because, I mean, there are a lot of immigrants, but there's also a lot of just fuckboys. Just American,
the immigrants,
white
the foreign
fuckboys.
guys can still be fuckboys.
Oh, so everyone's a fuckboy, basically. It doesn't matter.
I mean, in the end of the day, like, it's always just something funny for me to write. It doesn't really bother me anymore because I'm like, oh, cool, like, I have a great story. Like, I don't care. And, like, B, I mean, you're bound to keep dating the wrong people until you find the right person. So, like,
that's true.
This is what my mom always tells me. Like, whenever I'm crying over a boy, she always says the same thing to me. She's just like, you should be so thankful that this person is showing you their true colors right now because then they're giving you the opportunity. They're literally doing you a favor so you can walk away and not waste any more of your time. Like, and she's so right. So, if these guys are fuckboys, it's like, God bless, thanks.
You're like thanks
peace.
for the story. Thanks for
Yeah.
the content. I'm going to make 75 memes out of this. Right?
Correct, yeah.
It's true. It's
Yeah,
good. It's
so-
awesome.
But yeah, I'm not dating anyone. Last year, I dated a good amount of guys. Like, I feel like I was dating someone every 2 months in a
Wow.
way, because I was really trying to like understand what I like, what I don't like, because I didn't date before that really.
Right.
So it did give me a better understanding. Like, oh, I like this. Oh, I don't like this. But I wouldn't mind finding my husband this year, but it hasn't happened
Yeah, you'll know when it happens.
because I have to like leave my house.
Right, you do have to leave your house.
hate
do
that
appreciate
part.
you being here today. A lot of my guests don't like leaving their house, which is, I don't know, maybe that's why we're all friends because we all hate leaving our houses, but somehow I
leaving my
managed to get you
house.
here, which is great.
Yeah.
So basically the podcast, Worst First, you've done it before with my YouTube channel telling me about your worst experience, right? Or did
I
you not
feel
do
like
it on
maybe
my
I
YouTube?
did. I can't
Maybe you
recall.
didn't do it on my YouTube channel. I don't think you did. Maybe you did. We'll have to go back and check. I did so many. But basically, this can be your worst first, dating experience,
Yeah.
your worst first drug experience, your worst first sexual experience, your worst first job
I have
experience.
so many, like we were just talking, like I have so many worst first. Like everything in my life has been the worst at first.
You're like, everything in my life, the way it started has been bad.
The first day I got my license, totaled my car.
You
the first time I
did?
tried weed, PCP. The first time I worked at the DA's office, my first day, I long time ago when I was younger, I wanted to go to law school, so I was working at the DA's office, and my first time they were like, oh, my first day, they go, why don't you go to this courtroom? You can sit on the case. And I was working in, my department was, gang violence or something like that.
And for those who don't know, DA stands for District Attorney. She was working at the District Attorney's office. Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
which
Sorry.
is a really big deal because it was only graduate students there and I was only undergrad there.
Wow.
So I got my way in there. Yeah, I'm really, immigrant mentality. We're very hardworking. You can't make those jokes anymore. That's A. B, no, I didn't suck anyone's dick for that. Like, why would it, for free
I want
internships?
to work in the DA's office. Give me that job.
For free internship? Come on, like, higher standards than that. I have my dad do it.
Thank God. Okay, so you're starting to work at the District Attorney's office.
Yeah. So anyway, it's my first day, and I worked for it wasn't major crimes. That was my second internship. It was like something about gangs, but the major gangs. So it was in downtown LA, and they're like, "Oh, why don't you go to this courtroom and just sit on a case? Like it's like there's a court thing happening." And I
for
was
a
like,
major gang.
yeah, and I've never been inside a courtroom, so I don't think I understood like what's happening. I didn't watch even Law and Order yet. So when I walked in, I like opened the door during the case happening. And I'm just like, "Oh, hi, how are you?" And I'm
my
like
God.
walking and talking, and then I also didn't know which side is who. So the side of the defendant, a bunch of people, and it was I'll tell you. So anyway, a bunch of them were not smiling at me because I was like. And then I go to open that little door where you get to sit next to one of the attorneys or towards the judge area. Like I open it.
You just were doing this during the case.
Yeah,
while
because
the case was
I
going
didn't
on.
understand because I didn't know what it was. Like I never been to a case. Like I never knew what happens in the courtroom. So I walked through it and I go, wait, where do I sit? And like the judge had to stop and he was like, "Miss, please get out of like this area." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I walked to the defendant's side. And they're like, "No, ma'am, please sit on the other side." And I was like, "Oh shit, sorry."
Oh
and
my
I
God!
sit
They're
down.
like, this guy has killed 14 people. He's just sitting there.
Yeah. So he was.
my
It was
God.
it was a case for
MS-13?
the DA's against a blood member.
Oh my God.
So then I sit down. I like all the defendant people are looking at me, and I'm just like wave at them and smile, and like no one smiled at me.
They're all,
'Cause
who
I-
is this legally blonde idiot who just walked in here like, "Hey guys, oh, you murdered some people. That's cool. Where do I sit?"
Like I didn't fully like now I watch so many Law and Order cases. Like I feel like I know everything. Like if I'm arrested, I know right away that I have to be like, I want to speak to my attorney, and then they can't ask me any questions. Like I know
Yeah.
everything now. But then I had no idea where I thought I was supposed to sit next to the attorney or like I don't know on the judge's lap. Like
Oh
I was like,
my God. Imagine if you walked up and sat on the judge's lap. You're like, "Okay, this is okay for you? Is this okay for everybody? What's up, dude? I know you're going to prison for a long time, but, peace."
Yeah.
Oh my
so
God.
That was my first day at the DA's. But yeah, I feel like I've always had the worst first. But I guess you want me to talk about my first, the first time I tried weed.
Sure, you can talk about that. I know you were telling me about that earlier. It sounds insane. This is crazy, this story that this happened to you.
So I was underage,
You were how old?
probably 15.
15 years old. Hopefully
Maybe
your
15 or
your parents
16,
are
I don't
listening to
know.
this. They're like, "Oh, Violetta."
My parents don't even know what weed is.
Good for
so it's
them.
fine.
Good for them.
They're like, marijuana? Violetta, you've had marijuana?
They don't
And
know
I'll
what
be
it
like,
is, though.
Mom, maybe like I smelled it once. It's not mine. It's my friend's. Oh, okay. Violetta, you're a good girl. Good job, Violetta.
You're so
my parents.
lucky.
I love them.
Wow. Aw, that's really sweet.
Well,
now.
Okay. I mean, I've always loved my mom.
Right.
Anyway.
Oh my God, your poor dad. Well, that's where the daddy issues title came from, guys.
I mean, I love my dad now too.
That's good. I'm so glad your family is all loving now. That's nice. Okay, so tell us about the first time you smoked weed.
So I don't recall. Maybe I was 15, maybe I was 16, but I do recall I was like underage. And I moved to America when I was 14. So basically when I was 14 and first came to America for like the first few years, actually up until college, I would say, I've constantly was yearning to fit in. So I feel like I got myself in a lot of bad situations in the U.S. when I first moved here because I just want to have friends.
I'm so confused. You didn't get here till 14?
Correct.
So you were where before that? You were in
Israel.
Israel.
Yeah.
So you were in school in Israel till 14 years old.
Yeah.
And did you speak English?
I was one of the best ones in my school in English because my dad traveled so much for work. So sometimes for us to see him, he would take us on some of the trips, the business trips.
Uh-huh.
So when we travel, we would my sister and I were learning English, but I still came pretty foreign to the US. Like I had to take the immigrant exam where you have to pass to see if you should be an ESL or not.
What's that?
ESL is, does anyone know what that stands for?
Special needs for like.
It's not special needs.
She gets all offended. Delete that out of the podcast. Don't call me that.
It's like when you're in like a slower class for learning English.
Yeah,
Because
ESL is for
just in
people who
case you
don't
couldn't
speak English. I
Right,
forget
right.
what it stands for, but I had to take the exam. I remember when I took the exam, and I was like, there was one question, and I remember some girl was sitting behind me. She was waiting for the principal or whatever, and I just go, wait, what's inhale? And she goes, I was like, what's exhale? I think I didn't know what that meant. And she's like, when you inhale and then you exhale. And I was like, oh, okay. So like I remember I was still like learning.
Wow, that's so hard. I didn't realize you were 14. Why did I thought you were really young when you came here. I thought you were like a little baby.
No.
But you were like a teenager.
That's why I like dating other foreign people, just because like normally a lot of the time people can't hear my accent until I get too tired or bored. Like right now I feel like you can hear my accent, which means I'm tired. But like normally.
Because I'm bored. Dead. But wait, that's crazy.
But yeah, so like that's why I would still have that like immigrant mentality, and that's why I think I sometimes act different,
right.
a little kind of foreign. It's because I came here when I was older.
I really did not know that. I thought you were much younger. Anyway, sorry. So you had just come here.
Yeah, so I feel like I
Israel.
made a lot of bad decisions because I just
You're
was
trying
so
to fit
desperately
in.
wanting to fit in. Like I
Right.
barely speak English. I was really awkward looking, and I just wanted to fit in. So to make friends, I would just do whatever they wanted to do.
They're like, here, take these pills. You're like, okay.
Because where I grew up, it was a very small town, and like there was no sex ed, like no one taught us about sex, or like I didn't know anything about drugs. So when I came to America, it was like, especially Los Angeles, it's its own country. It's just like fast paced. So in LA, like in 8th grade and 9th grade, everyone's already fucking, and like that's not happening. This didn't happen when I first came to America, I thought there was kissing and then there's sex. Like I didn't even know there was anything between.
Wow.
That was Anyway,
That's amazing.
and now
That's
I do
actually
anal.
really
It's
nice.
crazy.
Oh
I'm
my
kidding.
God. Woo, woo,
I haven't done that in forever.
That's
I'm kidding.
Her dad listens to it. He has a stroke. Okay, everybody, we are back with Violet Benson, aka Daddy Issues. She has a very interesting story, a very interesting worst first for us, and it is about the first time that she tried smoking weed, and it happened to be laced with PCP.
Yeah. Okay. So again, I was 15 or 16. We went to some random party. It must have been maybe a high school party or college party. I don't recall. And I was with these girls. I was growing up in the Valley, and then it was these girls from Calabasas, like super cool girls. And I've never smoked weed before. And you're from because you live there
I
now.
live in Calabasas.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I'm still not cool.
Anyway,
though. I'm like the least cool person in
Brittany,
Calabasas. Anyway, go ahead.
No one cares.
Dead. Okay, keep going.
I'm totally kidding with you. Ugh, I have something in my eye. Damn, having fake nails is so hard. Like you literally can't scratch anything. Okay. Anyway. So I was at this party, and there was this guy smoking from a bong, and all my friends were like, oh my God, let's take a hit. Like, let's have some weed. And I haven't smoked weed before, but I was like, seems legit, like whatever. Plus, like, bongs are more serious than small.
Yeah, it's a bong rip. It's a big hit of weed.
Yeah, it's like, it doesn't mess, they didn't like, but anyway, the guy seemed okay, I guess. I don't remember. But we all smoked from the bong, like a few hits, and Next thing I know, I like open my eyes and suddenly I'm in a car and we're in the car with a guy who's literally is in his 20s or something, late 20s or something. And like me and I was with 3 friends. So me and the 3 of my friends are in his car and he's driving somewhere. And the crazy part is that everything's animated. So then I'm like, it's literally looked like it's a cartoon. The way he would move, like the grips, it was very like animation. Like I was like I thought Bugs Bunny or whatever is gonna jump out in a second. Yeah. So I was tripping so hard, and I kept like also wanting to close my eyes, and now and nothing made sense. Like even the voices, like everything was echoing and everything's animated. But
Were you scared?
I was scared because everyone else acted very fucked up. So in my head, I was just like, okay, I have to be. But I've always been like that since I was young. Is like, even when I got older, no matter how intoxicated I am or whatever I'm on, when I was younger, not now, like I always will act like I'm fine just so I can feel safe. Because you don't want to act like
you're fucked up.
Because someone will take advantage of you. So I think that moment I kind of felt like, oh shit, I have to be the one to take responsibility.
You're
so
really
I was
just
like,
sitting there like.
yeah, so I was tripping so hard, and I had to like even my voice didn't sound like my voice. Like I don't think I could even hear it. Like I can't explain. But I was like, "Hey, sir,
Hey, sir," and really
excuse me, where are we going? I mean, who knows? Maybe in my head I'm thinking
in your head
like,
you sounded
in
like
my head I'm like, "Hey, sir," and really I'm like, "Sir, where are we going?" Like who knows what really was happening?
You're all drooling out the side of your mouth. In your head, you sound like, "Excuse me, sir, could we?" And really like,
like who knows? We're really
like, yo, I think Violet's really tripping, dude.
yeah, so I don't know if this. I guess I don't know what the reality
you're
was.
drooling. You're like in the back seat. You're tripping. You're trying to act normal.
I asked him where we're going, and he's like, to my house, something like that, which already was kind of like mortified because I could feel like, stranger
Unsafe.
danger.
Yeah, stranger danger for sure.
Like, this is what my parents taught me and talked to me about. Like, I was like, all I think about, like, even till this day, till now, whenever something bad, I'm like about to do something bad, in my head, I'm thinking like, your immigrant parents did not move you to America for you to die doing this stupid shit. Like, it's always in my head. So that was like what happened is my head. I'm like, damn, if I die tonight, my parents are gonna be so mad at me.
Oh
like, we don't,
my god!
Like,
and the guy was like what, 26?
like
or
he was in
something?
his late 20s. So anyway,
And you guys were 14.
15 maybe, yeah.
Oh,
but like
my gosh.
we all looked older. You know how
Right,
like 15-year-olds these days.
Right, you do. They all look like 35.
Yeah.
I see 15-year-olds and I'm like, okay, they look older than I do, which is kind of crazy sometimes. It's
I know.
bananas. But anyway, go ahead.
So yeah, I closed my eyes. Next thing I know, we're at his house. I'm like, oh, where are we? And he's like, and my friends is like, she's like, we're at his house. Oh my god, I'm so freaked out. And I'm like, why? And I see him like getting upset about like having us to keep our voices down because we're gonna wake up his mom. And I was like,
He lived with his mom.
which thinking about it now,
Yeah.
being a millennial, like
It might
back
be
then,
safer.
back then it seemed like what a loser. But now I feel like in your 20s, everyone lives with their parents. But back then it seemed like when I was 14, I was like, when I'm 25, I'm gonna have my shit together.
I'm gonna have a mansion when I'm 19. Like,
what a loser.
I know. I left my house at 17 and I was like, I'm so independent. And then I was like,
Yeah,
Dad,
but
can I
you
have some
lived
money?
very poor.
I did. I lived very poor. I was like, Dad, can I have $4, please? Just anything. I need to just buy some ramen from the dollar store.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was
you didn't
bad.
think that when you're
It was
like,
bad.
yeah. So I was like, when I'm 25, I'm gonna have 2 degrees and 3 kids and a husband.
Yeah,
and, it's
yeah,
like,
and a dog and a white picket fence. Yeah.
did
Totally
not happen.
Yeah.
So I remember he was like getting upset. So I could tell he has some anger problems. And again, everything's animated. And plus, what's scary is I keep blanking out.
Yeah, because you were like basically wouldn't remember.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So then I was like, excuse me, sir.
Like what's his name? Excuse me, sir. Could I have some more porridge? Oliver Twist. Yeah. Excuse me, sir. Please don't kill us and rape us.
Yeah. I was like, my friend's dad is a police officer, which actually one of them was like a detective.
Did you just
or
randomly
something.
say this?
No, he was. But I was like, he's on the phone. He's calling and he keeps calling and he's asking where we are. Can you please take us home, sir? And I mean, again, that's what I think I said.
And what were all your friends doing?
God, I don't know. They were like all over the place, maybe running around. Like, I don't know what they were doing, but they were not hiding how messed up they were.
They weren't.
I mean, like, imagine being so young and everything is just animated.
Right. Was he trying to like make moves on you guys?
Honestly, I still can't remember.
Oh,
anyway,
no.
then I open my eyes. Now we're in the car. We're back in his car. And he's like, when I open my eyes again, he's yelling at one of my friends because she says something to upset him. Like, I don't know if she said he's being creepy or what, but like he's yelling at her. So he pulls up at a gas station and like as he's driving, and I said, okay, can you just let us out then? We'll come out, we'll get out anywhere. And he's like, no, I'm not letting you guys out of the car. That's what happened. He wouldn't let us out of the car. And then he's like, fuck, I need to go get gas. So he stops at the gas station, and I see across from us at the gas station, there's a police car. So I think he was still in the car, and I look at my friends, and I go, everyone jump out of the car and just run.
Yeah.
And we all like open the doors, and we just sprinted, because like, what is he going to do, run after us? He can't, because there's police. Then we ran.
Did he say anything when you were running away? Was he screaming like, hey, go back
No,
here,
I
you
mean,
little rapscallions?
We're all like so high. Like, what is he gonna do? Run after us?
And he was
he's gonna
fucked
get
up too.
arrested.
Yeah, okay.
So like we all ran, and then as we're like, and back then there's no Ubers.
The cops were like, all right, well, clearly the meth situation is not under control in this area.
Yeah. Then I remember, I think as we're walking, I'm like, you know what? At least I was like, this has been a terrible night, but at least like we're safe now. Everything's gonna be fine. And next thing we know, like out of nowhere, rain starts happening. So we all are walking down the street, and rain is soaking us. We can't get an Uber because there's no Ubers back then.
Yeah.
So we're all trying to walk 2 miles, I think, home in our Uggs. I think we're all wearing Uggs and whatever.
Ew, wet, soggy Uggs.
Yeah, we're all walking. Yeah, in the rain. Then we finally make it to my friend's house, and we're all like, thank God we can finally go to sleep. My friend's like, oh shit, you guys, I forgot my keys. And I'm like, what? So then we had to go from the back door to like jump through a gate to like jump into her window. So we ended up being able to jump into like the back, like this back bedroom or something. So we woke up one of the girl's sisters who was in the middle of fucking her boyfriend. And then we all, soaking wet, had to sleep on the same like tiny little mattress because for some reason we still, none of us had the key to actually get inside the house. So we all wet and soaking on probably on cum spots had to sleep on that little mattress.
Ew,
and that
like
was
a dirty like.
And that was the first time I tried weed.
Wow.
And that is why you should never do weed.
I would never smoke weed again if I were you. Like once I have a bad experience with something, I'm so traumatized that I just don't ever do it again. That's so crazy.
I feel like I probably stayed away from it for a while,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I used to smoke weed all the time, and then I went to a party one time up in the hills, and I smoked weed with Snoop Dogg.
Wow.
And his weed.
Talk about name dropping.
Not even trying to drop a name. I'm just telling you because of the situation. Like, I was like, thought this was going to be like normal weed. That was the strongest weed I've ever smoked in my entire life. I was high for 3 days. Like, I woke up every day being like, please don't be high. And I was like, fuck, I'm still high. Like,
that's the worst thing about
it
weed
was
that people
awful.
like. Weed is the one drug that I feel like you can't like
can't
throw it
dose
up.
it. Yeah,
you can't
like-
you literally have to like let time pass by. Like you can
Yeah.
go to sleep, you can wake up still high. Like
It's awful
So if you have the
sometimes.
worst trip, you just have to like let it be.
And I hate when you get. Did you ever have like that full body high where you're literally
Yeah.
like you can't move? You're like, I feel like I'm in quicksand. I'm
Yeah,
tripping. Like
that happened
it's-
to me before, too.
Dude, it freaks me out. Like I love upper weed where you're just like fun and happy and blah blah blah. And then like sometimes I've smoked some crazy weed where I was just like I don't even know what's going on right now, and it freaks you out for a while.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I feel like that happened to me before. But yeah, I didn't even realize that this was laced with PCP. Like I was like,
That's
this was weed
crazy.
is like? Like this is so crazy.
You're like, weed's intense. Whoa, no wonder.
Yeah.
How is this shit like? No wonder it's illegal. Like, but really, it's
Back then,
actually not
yeah.
even that bad. I mean, like,
No,
it's
yeah.
actually so crazy because people keep recommending me. They're like, oh, you have anxiety. You need to smoke weed. And I'm like, well, some weed's cool, but then some weed is like not cool because then I have a panic attack when I'm like,
I feel like though I knew that the minute weed becomes legal, people are gonna smoke it less. I feel like the minute something's legal, it just seems quote unquote less cool, and then no one
Yeah.
cares about it.
yeah, maybe that's the situation. Because what in like what is that place that everything's legal? Amsterdam. You can do like heroin.
Yeah, so
in the
people do
street.
it-
And
yeah.
you can do like any drug,
You
prostitution,
can do heroin?
whatever. You can do anything. Yeah,
Booking a flight right now.
you don't want to do
kidding.
that.
I'm kidding. I
Yeah,
would
but
never do
literally, like it's crazy. You can do anything there, and I mean, it's not like out of control. Like it's
yeah,
actually kind of
like
crazy.
I used to have a weed license, and I thought it made me really cool, and I would smoke maybe once a year.
Yeah.
But like I still felt really cool. Like, oh yeah, I got the good stuff. Like I got it.
Yeah,
But
it's-
now, like then, it's like now it's like legal, and everyone's like, "You want to hit?" And I'm like, "Nah, dude. I'm like, do some crack. Like, grow up."
You're like, I'm interested in meth and other drugs now.
Like, I'm gonna I do meth, like snort it, like grow the fuck up, man.
Oh my God.
Just kidding. I don't do crack or meth.
You don't
to all my
really do
sponsors.
drugs, or you don't really drink.
I don't
that
even
much.
drink.
I
yeah.
know, to be honest, which is really funny because I feel like on your Daddy Issues account, you're like wine and like ladies and.
I don't care for wine. Like wine, honestly, gives you the worst hangovers.
Yeah,
it's just
you take
like
actually
it's
pretty
so,
good care of yourself.
No, I do not.
You exercise. I see you
I
exercising.
like to exercise.
Boxing.
Yeah,
You go to the gym.
I like to exercise, but I eat very poorly.
I saw you trying to eat well. I saw you.
I have moments where I snack on something healthy, and then the rest of the night, like it's like binge ice cream. But I'm trying to like eat healthier for sure. It's just I feel like I have moments. I'm really extreme. But like when it comes to drinking, it's not that I don't drink.
Right.
I just don't see the point to enjoy a glass of wine. Like for me, I'm extreme. So it's either I don't drink at all or like I block out. Like I don't
You
see
don't enjoy just like getting a buzz.
What is the point?
Okay.
It's like so lame. Like grow
to
up
get
again.
medium
like
wasted.
I'm either like not drinking or I'm gonna get so shit faced and then like it's like okay, let's go out more. Like let's keep going and then I can go out to like 7 a.m. and like party really hard. Like let's do that. Because I'm one of those people these days that like I'll still wake up and I can work out the next day. Like I'll throw up and then I go work out. Like it's fine.
But never do meth because it sounds like you have an addictive personality.
Yeah, no, that's actually no joke. That's why I don't do drugs because I have an addictive personality and I understand my personality. I know better than to try these things.
That's great.
So
That's
I
good,
stay away
though.
from drugs.
At least you know about it. Your latest Dare sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, Violet Benson. She'll be come to your school. Listen, guys, it's not worth your money to get half wasted. Either go all the way or don't drink at all. Dare. Violet Benson.
Well, I don't do coke. Like I don't. I've never done that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, but again, I'm like
You've never tried coke?
no, because
Wow,
I'm
good
like
for
grow
you.
up, take Adderall.
Oh my God.
That's what I
Adderall.
do.
I used
Grow
to
up.
take Adderall and then I got a heart murmur from it. It's all dangerous. I won't want to take any drugs. I really don't. I mean, other than I take like a tiny bit of an antidepressant.
No,
to,
I mean
like,
Adderall's
flip
not
out.
good for you either. Obviously, I'm not
not.
promoting
None of this
Adderall.
stuff,
Like
yeah.
it's not good, but I am addicted to it. So
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, a lot of people are. Like, it's.
well, it actually helps me with my anxiety.
It
in a weird way.
does?
Yeah, it helps me
Wow.
monotone my personality, and it actually calms me down. But I know some people can
use it for other things. Yeah.
No, but I know some people with Adderall, it can enhance their anxiety or enhance their depression.
Right.
But it is hard, I would say, that I would eventually probably want to get off of it
Yeah.
because I do hate the side effects where like the come down of Adderall, like if I take anytime I take extra Adderall because I need to focus more, like the come down of it is the worst.
It's
where
like coming off of coke. It's like you have to sleep a
You-
lot.
you're
sleep
just
for-
so depressed. You have so many emotions. So there are a lot of negative things.
Yeah,
to
I
it.
remember when I stopped taking it, I literally slept for like half a year. Like I was so
I believe
tired.
that.
It was off, and I already sleep so much as it is.
You're
And
like, wake me up when it's my wedding.
I was like, exactly. And then, so literally, I slept. This was years ago, and I slept for like every day. I was tired, and then finally, once after a little while, your body kicks back in, and you can kind of get up and do stuff.
Yeah.
But I definitely still have like I'm definitely very tired all the time still. But I think that's just who I am as a person.
well, I'm gonna have to get off of Adderall when I want to get pregnant.
Oh yeah.
Which hopefully soon.
do wanna-
Am I right? Someone call me. Am I what I'm saying?
Anybody that wants to impregnate Violet, go ahead to her Instagram account, which is Daddy Issues, DADDYISSUES_ Is it 1 underscore or 2 underscores?
One.
Just 1 underscore on Instagram. Violet Benson.
Or you guys can email my dad.
Or email Violet's dad. It's all on her page. Go check her out.
Thank you so
Adderall
much,
Queen,
yeah.
Violet Benson.
No, oh my
I'm
God,
just
don't promote me
kidding.
as Adderall.
I'm just kidding.
Drug free.
Drug free.
Sponsor me.
Drug free. Sponsor her. Violet Benson. Thank you so much, dude, for being here.
Thanks
this
for
was
having
so
me.
fun.